Everyone is very safe and very confident with their faith. Those not in tariqat, they're very confident. Pray 5 times a day, do good things. Who cares about Islamic lifestyle or not? Who cares about spirituality? I'm going to go to Jannah because I said the Shahadat, I did all these things. Very confident. Murids are very, very confident. They don't do so many things. They do so many things. When I say my Shaykh is just going to bail me out, I can do whatever I want. I can be in this way of Jihadul Akbar, follow my ego and get the best. So it's the best of both worlds, don't you see? I can follow my ego but still have the highest stations. Murids. And people in our Jamaat being very confident and not having any fear. If you have fear, you're going to have shame. If you have shame, you're going to have modesty. If you have modesty, you're going to have humility. If you're humble, you're not going to be arrogant. If you're humble, then you're going to go to ask. That's what beggars do, they ask. If you don't ask, you don't want anything, that means you are self-sufficient. Qayyum. Be careful. We are here to root out the hidden shirk that is inside of us. It is not matter of opinion. So there is no fear. The fear, it is not real anymore. The fear is just academic. Hasan al-Basri radiallahu an. You know Hasan al-Basri, Hazratleri. That Shaykh of Hazrati Rabi'at al-Adawiyah, that Tabi'in, that king-size wali. On a night just like this, he was not happy. He was not confident. He did not feel safe. And a night just like this, he would go out, he would look to the skies and he would cry. And he would come back. He would go out and he would cry. And they asked him, why are you crying? Ya Hassan. And he says, oh, because Hassan is very certain of his wrong actions, but he's not certain of his good actions. How will you reach certainty of our wrong actions if you're not examining your wrong actions? You think you're going to be certain of your wrong actions if you're going to be arrogant and withdrawn and pulling yourself out from everything, then why are you in the road? Why are you in the way? You're taking something, Owaisi connection, then don't have to be here. Because Shaykh and his way is not Owaisi according to your understanding. He could have just said also after he passed, don't follow anyone, follow your own heart. He could have. Everyone now, you are connected to me. He could have. Follow whichever Shaykh your heart is pulling to. He could have. But he didn't. Now you are under the obligation, dunya and akhirat. You decide to break that obligation, it is up to you. You have to have the consequences. Everything has to have a consequence. You think you can do something and get away with it? You cannot even go to a McDonald's and order 1 cup of coffee and get away with it without paying. No one is forcing you. No one is putting a gun to your head. No one is doing all of that. You are free to do whatever you want. But you are not free from the consequences of your own actions. We are in fear every day. Thinking, what is it that we're doing today that Shaykh Efendi is not going to? We fear him. Today, I failed again. Today I did this, okay, inshallah, he's going to be happy with it. Those ones who are always arguing with him, having problems, not even sitting in his sohbat, how I'm expecting they're going to sit in our sohbat. You don't. But if you're getting from something else, somewhere else, it has to show. And it should not be arrogance that is showing. And especially not a night like this. We could be speaking about so many other things and let this slide. If we don't, it's going to be very terrible for us who needs this warning. I'm not here just to give you good news. I'm here to warn. We are nothing next to the prophets. We are nothing next to the awliya Allah. Of course. But the prophets, awliya Allah, they came to not only give the good news, but to warn. When do you warn people? When you know they're going the wrong direction. When there's going to be a danger, that's when you warn. You don't warn people when they are in the right direction. You give them the good news. You don't give the good news to people who are on the wrong direction. You're giving them more wrong direction that time. You're making them to become even worse. Whole world is in a wrong direction. There is time to celebrate, to say there is a good news. We want our barat to be clean. But we're watching, there's so many not even understanding what barat is. Are you believing? Really, you're believing? Belief has to have its proof too. Where it's saying this. Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi wa yawmil akhir bi qadri khayri shar. This is your proof. You believe. You have to believe in Allah. Not enough. You have to believe in His angels. Not enough. You have to believe in the prophets, the books. You have to believe. You believe. But you don't do anything. You still don't have Islam. Iqamus salah, ta'uz zakah, samu Ramadan. All this, the 5 pillars, you have to do it. You don't do it, there is no foundation there. You're building something, it will fall because there's no foundation. It will fall. You build something huge, it's beautiful, everything is intact, it will fall. One little shake, it will fall because there's no foundation. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is blessing us by giving us these holy days and holy nights for us to wake up, not to fall back to sleep, not to say, it's just another day, dragging to come here. You are not praying with us. You're not making zikr with us. You're not eating with us. Now you forget even how to give salams. So where is the proof now? In what? And this is little to barat. We enter now, like this or like that, the second part of the night, divided into 3. And every part of the night, they say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking, and He's asking, who is there to ask from me forgiveness? Who is there who needs something I will provide? This is the second part of the night. The angels, they are opening up 10 more doors of paradise. Are we believing? Or are these stories for us? Or we have more belief in our own history? We study our history. Most of it, foolishness. Most of it, you're getting history from the books that you buy. Or studying your own unbelief history. The doors of paradise are open. You cannot enter into paradise even if the doors are open if you have an ounce of arrogance. The one who says, I'm not arrogant, that one is arrogant. It's proof. I'm not arrogant. It shows you are. The doors of paradise can be opened. But if we don't clean ourselves, how are we going to enter? Paradise cannot admit people who are stubborn. I'm not stubborn, proving that you are stubborn. If you're stubborn, then you're going to ask for help. You're going to the doctor, you're in the hospital, you're not asking for help, then where are you getting your help from? Either you don't admit that you have a disease, or you're getting your help from something else, somewhere else. And if it's working, there is going to be a proof too. But it's not working. We may enter into the third night. The 30 gates of paradise will be open. The angels will be announcing. Yes, this is the night that we should not go to sleep so much. The meaning of going to sleep is not just to wake up and to be awake in ghaflat too, but to be awake to yourself. You're not awake to yourself. You cannot check yourself out. Go find a mirror. Check yourself out. If you don't want to, then sleep. Then good luck to you. What's going to happen in the next Barat? The whole day, alhamdulillah, here. Especially the Maghrib time, very soft rain continuing. You guys are nervous. Spoiled brats. Oh, how are we going to eat outside? It's wet, it's raining. Yeah. One day we're all going to eat in the barn. And let's see who's going to be murid, who's not going to be murid. It's too cold. It's too hot. I like this, I don't like this. You're eating this, why is like this? Murid, Darvish. But the soft rain that is falling today, there is a rain of rahmat. That is a sign that there's rahmat in this area, in the Dergah. The rain is falling because something is pulling there. Well, you're not even there to experience that. Later you're going to lose your head. You're going to go out and you don't know what to say to whom. Instead of helping, you may make things even worse. You may say things that is going to take away the rights of other people, other believers. Be very careful. The rain of rahmat falling. Alhamdulillah, we got that. Is it going to continue? We don't know. That's rain of rahmat. It's a sunnah also, especially. Go out there to open your head a little bit, let the rain to fall. How many of you are doing that? Some people, they don't want. They open an umbrella of the ego. So even if it's raining, it's not going to reach to you because your arrogance and your stubbornness is still there. If we are not knowing what to get rid of, we will never enter into paradise. Even if it is right in front of us and the door is open. What are you going to say? Shaykh Efendi is going to take you? Shaykh Efendi is raising spoiled brats? Since when he's allowing arrogance or stubbornness? We are here. We need to understand. These nights are supposed to make us to understand. That time your foundation is going to be strong. Winds may come. Earthquakes may come. it's not going to move. The foundation is still going to be there. And yes, the winds are knocking people, and I'm seeing some people, they're getting knocked left and right, and they don't know it. We are going to get earthquakes. It's going to shake you up. Are you strong enough for that? We must, or else we're going to lose our faith. And when we lose our faith, nothing is worse than that. May Allah wake us up, inshallah. Forgive me and forgive you. Make us to leave all our wrong characteristics. Make us to start a new day, a new year with cleanness, inshallah. To run to serve, not to serve our ego. We're asking Allah for the sake of the entire ummah. We're asking Allah for the sake of those ones who are in the ummah who are suffering. Remove the suffering, Ya Rabbi. If it is good, remove them from this world. If it is good, make them to become better, to be free from that suffering, Ya Rabbi. We're asking for all those that are related to you, that you love, or in your families who have passed, for more mercy to reach to them and more forgiveness to reach to them. And especially in this country, Ya Rabbi, where there are so many who have yet to know about Islam, those who have come into Islam, and those who have the responsibility to pray, not only for all their relatives and family who have not been touched by Islam, for all those who have passed without the Islam, and the entire people to be busy with that, to bring to them, not to fall back into their wrong characteristics. For the sake of SahibulSaif, Ya Allah, forgive me and bless you. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This much is enough. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.